You're welcome.
Yeah, that's great. How are you, Farzana? Yeah.
I'm very good. Thank you for asking, Neetu. And how are you?
I'm doing really well, thank you. Can I just ask you to introduce yourself, please? Yeah.
Yes, sure. So I'm Farzana. I am from South Africa. I come from a
Mhm.
beautiful city called Cape Town.
Right.
Um, I am married. I've got two daughters,
Okay.
and I have a TEFL certification.
Okay.
Um, my hobbies are traveling,
Yeah.
spending time with my family, hiking, camping. Yeah,
That's great. Thank you so much for accepting my request as well. I
you're
really
welcome.
appreciate it. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, so yeah, my name is Neetu and I live in um, Bangkok now in Thailand.
Yes,
I've lived
yes.
here for 14 years. I grew up in London. I lived there for 35 years, but before that, I was born in India, in Kerala, in South India, and I moved away when I was 3 years old to London with my parents. I have one sister, and I've been living in Thailand for 14 years with my husband
Uh,
and three boys. So they're 14, 15, and 25.
oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So my
Okay.
25-year-old, he actually lives in London. So the other two are here with me. Yeah.
Oh, great, great,
Yeah.
great.
So it's lovely
I.
to meet you. Yeah.
It's lovely to meet you too.
Thank
It's
you.
lovely to meet you too. I've actually been to Bangkok two times.
Okay. Was it recently or was it some time ago?
2 years ago, and then 4 or 5 years ago. My brother-in-law lives in Thailand.
Oh, I see. Is he in Bangkok?
Yes, he's in Bangkok. He's there for about 9 years now.
Oh, that's great. So did you have a good trip when you came here?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I did. The
Yeah.
first time was great. I had my daughter, she was 1 years old, and the second time I had both daughters.
Right.
Uh, one was 5, the other one was 1.5.
Yes. Oh, I see. That's great. Wow. And what did you like the most about your trip? What would you say is memorable?
Uh, we liked, I liked going to the islands,
Hmm.
and then obviously the shopping in Bangkok.
Right. Yeah. It's good for shopping.
Yes, it's very
Yeah.
affordable.
Yeah. That's right. And even eating out and things like that is quite, when we compare it to London, it's much a lower cost to eat
Yes,
out
yes,
and to live. Yeah.
yes. I think almost everything is
Yeah.
affordable. Living in a hotel,
Yeah.
eating out, transportation, almost
Mhm.
everything is affordable um,
Yes. That's right.
in Thailand or
Yeah.
in Asia, I would say.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So if I could ask you, Farzana, just a little bit about you. So I think like the viewers know about me really. So just more about you as a person and your background in teaching. So would you mind if we just start with your like childhood and where you grew up? So you're in Cape Town now. Is that where you grew up as well?
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
in Cape Town. I grew up
Right.
in Cape Town.
Okay.
Um, I attended, I lived in a small little area where, like, poverty, grew up a bit in poverty as a child. And then things started looking good at the age of like 8 years old. My father started his own business,
Right.
like into furniture business, and then
Okay.
took us out of that area, took us into a nice area.
Yeah.
My mom then started, couple of years later, she started a nursery, a little
Oh, I see.
kindergarten. Yeah, and then
Right.
that was like at maybe 15. At the age of 15, I started to, during school holidays, assist my mom in the kindergarten during the school holidays. And the area that we lived in, uh, the majority of the people there speaks the second most spoken language in South Africa,
Right.
which is
Okay.
Khoza. It's called Khoza.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Khoza, yes.
Okay.
So I obviously couldn't speak the language, and then I would assist when during the school holidays. I would assist the kids with understanding English, and they would help me understand their language.
Yeah, that's
um,
great.
yes, and I started to enjoy that quite a bit. But
Yeah.
as I got older in high school, I
Mhm.
just started to head more into a different direction. I started to like fashion, started to draw, following fashion trends. And then when I graduated high school, I decided to study fashion. So I graduated in fashion, in the fashion industry, and started my own little business. And that went well for a bit, until I got a job in one of the best retail companies in South Africa. I'm not too sure if you are familiar with it, Woolworths. I worked in the head office of it there, as a trainee, as a garment technologist trainee. And then 6 months into that, I skipped the part where I got married. And then 6 months after that, I fell pregnant. And then I stopped that. And then I went to assist my mom again in the kindergarten. But yeah, I'm already like 25, 26 in there, assist my mom in the kindergarten. And then my daughter was a year and a half, and she didn't like the idea of me leaving home, leaving her, because she could understand by this time. So she didn't like the idea of me leaving. And then I decided to stay home. And in this time, I got bored. I needed to do something. And then I started doing research online, and, I came across Cambly. I think this was in 2018, maybe mid 2018. And I was looking into it. I was watching videos, then I decided to take the TEFL course. I completed that, and then I just, continued to apply for jobs. Then I decided to do the Cambly intro video, sent it through. 5 days later, got the job. And then I started on the 13th of November 2018, and I am now working on Cambly for 7 years.
That's amazing. It's such a great journey. I loved hearing it. So yeah, I'm a Cambly tutor. So I've been on Cambly for less time than you. It's been 3 years. I started in 2022. And it's very similar, I think, in the sense that my children had started school, and as they got older, they needed me less and less. Is kind of, as they became more independent, I felt a bit redundant. I was like, what do I do now? And same thing, I started looking online for teaching jobs. And you want something that fits in with your family life, don't you? I think that's really important.
Exactly. Yeah. The flexibility was very important for me, because my kids are still very young. So I'm sure you understand that part. My kids are very young, 9 and 4. So they do need me quite a bit. My daughter's in elementary school. She's starting 2nd grade this month on the 14th of Jan. It's actually the summer vacation at the moment. So she just graduated in December. She graduated 2nd grade. And so now they will start on the 14th of January. They'll start the next grade. She's 3rd grade. She does need me quite a bit, guidance with schoolwork. There's extra meals, there's extra lessons, homework, reading, and then also with my religion, I'm a Muslim, so we also need to assist her with, the Islamic studies as well. So, and then I've got a 4-year-old that takes up almost all of my energy and my time. So that. So that's why I needed something that was flexible. And I always, deep down, I always knew, before even a mother, I knew that I want to be a present mother. And it's not always easy, And I take my hat off to the mothers that are always, that needs to work a 5 to 9, go to offices, come back. I know that's a hard thing to do. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for Cambly to be able to be present, and work around my hours. I usually start working on Cambly. It's between 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. so that I could be finished at 12 p.m. And then
that's very early start. Yeah.
Yes, I do that so that I can, give most of my time to my kids.
Yes.
As well. Yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. And how do you think, Farzana, like being on Cambly, how do you think that's kind of changed your perception or influenced you in some ways? Because do you feel that like we're also learning while we're teaching as well?
Definitely. And
Yeah.
this is something I actually let my students know.
Mm,
In most cases, I let them know, like, as much as you are the student, I feel like
mm,
I'm a student too, because I'm learning. I'm
mm,
learning about the different cultures. I'm
yeah.
learning about, religion. I'm learning about the country's history. There's a lot I get to learn. And
Yeah.
as you know, as I mentioned, I love traveling. So I like to learn a lot more about the countries
Mhm.
and, prepare myself for the next trip that I'm going to do as
Yeah.
well. And I also because I meet people, with different backgrounds as well, with different career backgrounds, and I learn a lot about their careers too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if just having a normal job, a nine to five job here, I probably wouldn't have had this access to know about, what it's like to be a surgeon, what it's like to be a doctor, what it's like to be, you
Yeah.
know, a businessman, all of that. So it's very interesting for me. I really
Yeah.
enjoy it. It has
Yeah.
changed my life as well a lot.
Exactly. And I think it inspires us to kind of see more of the world as well when we
Yes,
speak to them.
yes,
And like even with New Year, they all share their traditions, and some of them have the
exactly,
Spring Festival, like the Chinese students,
exactly.
and there's the
Yes,
Japanese tradition. So yeah, every country is so unique. Yeah,
it is
that's
really.
fantastic.
And I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to traveling to more of the countries around the world.
yeah. That's great. So what's on your bucket list for the next for like 2026? Do you have any trips planned?
Um, I actually told myself I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna see what 2026 has planned for me.
Right. Yeah.
Um, every year, I always have, a trip on my bucket list. And
Yes.
I realized I don't always achieve it,
Mhm.
So I decided, let's just wing it. Let's just see what 2026 have planned, you know,
Yes.
aim for high,
Right.
set goals and see what happens. I would like to travel around some African countries. I feel so bad knowing I've traveled to many countries around the world, but I
Right.
haven't really set foot in Africa, which is my
Okay.
continent. And
Yeah.
so I'd really like to do that.
Mhm.
Um, and then I've also, in my religion, we've got a pilgrimage that we have to fulfill. And
Mhm.
that is something I would like to do. I don't know if it's going to happen this year.
Right.
I do hope it will happen for me this year. But
Yeah.
like I said, let's see what 2026 has planned
Yeah.
or has in store for
That's
me.
fantastic. Yeah. So just kind of like you said, wing it, leave it open and see what
Let's
happens.
see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how do you feel, Farzana, like when the year changes, we move into a new year? Do you feel kind of positive about it? Do you feel reflective about the year that's just gone? Um,
I do feel positive about it. I think I feel
yeah,
a lot more positive about it this year in
right.
comparison to the beginning of last year.
Okay.
I feel so different. I feel like there's a lot in store for me. I feel like a lot of good's gonna happen. I feel like
Mm,
2026 is gonna be my year.
right.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, I hope it's like that. But I have this strong feeling, and I work towards it, and I put in a lot of effort for it, so I know it will happen.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I really liked reading your profile and seeing like the range of things that you've done, like your like career-wise, you've had a lot of different so it sounds amazing. And I thought I have to contact you and kind of talk to you about these things as well. So
Mm,
I saw that you do traditional healing. So that's something
yes,
that I
yes.
don't know much about. Would you mind just
So
sharing a little bit about that?
yeah, sure. So just
Mm,
before I head on to that, yeah,
mm.
I don't know if you know about this saying, a jack of many trades.
Ah, yes, yeah.
So that's something everybody calls me, a jack of many
Right.
trades, because
Yeah,
I can put my hand on anything and
yeah,
achieve it.
right.
But with traditional healing, so it's actually not, it's a Chinese traditional healing. I usually
Mm,
refer to my students, I would usually say it's a Chinese traditional healing, which it is
mm,
as well, but it's actually something a part of my religion as well, which
right.
is like in the Arab um, region.
Mhm.
It's called hijama. In
Mhm.
Arabic, it's called
Okay,
hijama.
right.
So hijama means like the wet cupping, and the wet cupping is actually when you are removing the blood from the body.
Okay, right.
So I do little incisions
Yeah.
in the body and I remove the blood. This is the bad blood, the toxic blood.
Yeah.
It's the traditional healing was
Mhm.
something I started about 3 years ago. Um, I used to go for the
Yeah.
Chinese cupping. I used to go for that. They don't do the blood one,
Yeah.
so I used to go for it and acupuncture, and it
Right.
really helped me.
Mhm.
For most of us as females that go through the menstrual cycle,
Mm.
having the pains, and then also for us having stress, you know,
Right.
um, that really helps.
Mhm.
Um, with that it helps with your stress, your anxiety,
Mhm.
um, the backaches that we endure. Um,
Mm.
it really reduces that, and then it's also just like a good form of detoxing the body as well. So whatever
Okay.
goes in your body, we can remove that by removing the blood out of the body, because
Mhm.
we obviously consume things that are not good,
Yeah.
for you, like like fatty foods, unhealthy foods, or
Yeah.
smoking, or for the people that drinks alcohol. This
Right.
type of thing is also good for that, and then other kind
Mhm.
of ailments and sicknesses as well.
Yes.
It's very, very good for you,
Yeah.
and you feel almost instantly a relief.
Right. Right. So when you say healing, so I know like Reiki and things like that. So is it like a kind of, is it some kind of massage or what?
Oh
How do
yes,
you? Yeah.
yes. So it's like a cup, a
Okay.
vacuum. And
Oh.
so you place the cups on the body. Before we do that, we obviously relax the body by giving it a little massage. Because obviously, knowing that I'll do insertions, you'll feel a little bit of stressed up and anxiety. So I relax you up a bit. Then I place the cups on the body, and then there's a vacuum. We use the vacuum like a suction,
Yeah.
and we suck. You can like do like
Mm.
2 or 3 pulls for the most,
Yeah.
because it does get a bit uncomfortable.
Yes.
And when you do it, you just leave it for 4 to 7 minutes. And then after that, you would release the cups. And once you release it, you'll see there's bruises,
Mm.
there's little round bruises.
Okay.
And then I'll give a little massage again. And then I
Right.
do my incisions. After the incisions, I again place the cups and do the vacuum for another 4 to 7 minutes.
Mhm.
And then the cups will start filling up. The amount of
Okay.
blood that comes out is the amount of blood that needs to come out of your body.
Right.
Sometimes it's just a little. It means your body's not in such a bad state. If it's a
Right.
lot, you need to have it released out of your body.
Oh, that's fascinating. Wow. And what inspired you to start this? So is this your own practice that you do? Is it you
Yes,
have your
yes,
own business? Yeah. And
yes.
what inspired you to do this? Have you always wanted to do this?
No, so like I mentioned to you previously,
Mm.
for me going through pains and aches,
Oh,
I
right.
honestly, I'm not against Western medicine. It's just
Mm.
that when taking medicine, there's always side effects to it as well. So you're
Mhm.
healing one thing, but it's starting another thing. And so
Mm.
over the years, I was taking medication for the menstrual cycle, the pains,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
this somehow like affected me, my
Mhm.
stomach. So now I have an issue called gastritis. I can't
Mhm.
take like anti-inflammatories. I can't take those type of medications. So I just
Mm.
wanted to go more natural,
Yes.
and then I was searching in that direction, and
Mhm.
that's something that I found, and then I started going for it, and it was helping, and I started doing more
Mm.
research, and I saw that, famous people around the world is doing it too, like Michael Phelps, the swimmer. There's many people that's doing it, and it helps them, for
Right.
various things. So
Yes.
um, it helped me a lot, and I just thought that maybe I can, do the same. And I started doing research, and then I studied
Mm.
it and went into it.
That's great. And I think more and more people are looking to try, like, to explore natural healing rather than
Yes,
Western medicine and look at the benefits that it brings. And I think,
of
like,
course.
we always have stresses and pressures in life. And I think
That's right.
people want some kind of comfort and relief from that. So
Exactly.
that's amazing. I'm sure it's very popular. Yeah.
It is, and yes, people do want, natural, but they do
Mm.
also tend to get a little fearful because of the little insertion. So you just have to try and,
Yes. Yes.
relax them and
Yes.
take them through it. But yeah, it's becoming more popular now. Yes.
Yeah. That's great. Wow. And also, just in terms of your fashion design, so is that something you'd like to pursue in the future as well?
So, so
Mm,
yes, it's
mm,
always been something for me. I really loved fashion,
mm,
and I still like tend to indulge in it a bit.
yeah.
Actually, I have my sewing machines over here. I do
Mm,
some for my kids as well.
yeah.
But I would like to start a brand again because I did start a brand, but
Mm,
I, having kids, it became a little bit challenging because I had my own brand and I had people working for me, and the
mm,
people working for me also, you know, uh, created some challenges for me, you know,
right.
not attending, not coming to work,
Yeah.
and not having them there would set a backlog. So it was
Okay.
it was
Mm,
difficult. It wasn't always easy, and I think that time, wasn't right for me. It was going well for a year and a half, but just
mm,
after that, having a baby,
mm,
postpartum, all of that, it was just hectic. So I
yeah.
took a break, and the break tended to be longer than I expected because I
Right.
ended up being a Cambly tutor. Um,
Okay. Yeah.
I do plan, yes, I do plan to start. I'm just waiting for the girls to be a little bigger because they
Mm-hmm.
still they still do take a lot of my time,
Yeah.
and they do need me quite a bit. I think that if I do go back into the industry, I want
Mm-hmm.
to go into full force. I really want no distractions or no, not that my kids are distractions, but I want to be able to put my full attention into it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's
Yes.
great. And I suppose because they're both under 10, they're that age
Yes.
where they
They're so
need you a
busy.
lot. Yes,
They do.
exactly.
Then
Yeah.
I think my girls, I don't know, I just feel that my girls are needing me a bit way more than I expected,
Mm,
because they are very attached to
yeah.
me, and people also around me see that because they have a dad, and the
Mm,
dad would be sitting next to me, but it would be, Mom, can you give me this? Mom, can
right.
you do this?
Yeah.
Dad's not being acknowledged.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah, I
great. Yeah.
just want to be able to, you know, be present, give them what they want, assist them.
Yeah.
The other one will be attending school
Right.
this year, so there's something new
Mhm.
in store for me. I might have a little bit more time on my hands, but I'm finding, Cambly, I just I seem to be having more and more classes and getting more work.
Mm,
It's hard for me to just step away or take a break from Cambly. I
yeah.
work 365 days in a year on Cambly.
Mm. Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. Yeah, and I find it's a really happy experience, isn't it?
yes,
Tutoring, because
it's
I feel that, yeah, it's
amazing.
almost like we are sharing and they are sharing, and it's like a two-way process, and it's just so
Yes,
rewarding, I would
yes,
say.
it is
Yeah,
rewarding. I love it. I love it so much,
yeah,
and I couldn't be more grateful for it. Yes.
yeah. That is amazing. Wow. So, in terms of your family, Farzana, who do you have? Do you have like your extended family nearby? Um,
So I have my parents, they live, we all live in the same city, but my
okay.
parents live about the furthest, and
Mm,
my parents' house is actually for sale now. I'm so excited.
mm,
I've been pressing them for a long time to try to move. They've been
mhm.
living there for many years. I was uh, 5 or 6 when I moved
Okay.
to that area, so they're still
Yeah.
living there. I'm 36 now. So
Right.
they've been living
Okay.
there for 30 years, and it's unfortunately that area is not safe any longer. Or the area, the suburb that they live in is okay, but the
Mm,
surrounding areas are not okay. So
mhm,
traveling back and forth, it's not very safe, and they've encountered, you know, some bad things already
mhm,
on the way to there.
mhm.
So the house is on sale, hoping they move closer. But the rest of my family all live closer
Yeah.
to me.
Right.
But also most of my family is also moving out of the country. Like my brother, he's in the UAE, Dubai. My
Right.
husband's brother is in Thailand. Two of my
Mhm.
cousins, one is in Australia, one is in Kuwait. The family's just moving. We're
Yes.
moving.
Wow. Yeah. So they're spread out. So it's quite good. So you've got lots of places to visit as well
I
when you want a
do.
break. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I look forward to it. Yes.
Yes. Oh, that sounds amazing. Wow. So today is the weekend. So how do you usually spend the weekend, Farzana?
Yes, it's the weekend, it's Saturday.
Mm,
So I look forward to spending the weekend with my family, my mom, my
mm,
dad, my siblings, my
mm,
aunts, uncles, cousins.
mhm,
So it's the festive. I think I've mentioned to you it's holidays, it's the festive season. It was just New Year's and Christmas.
mhm,
Um, my cousin got married last week Saturday. So
okay.
his sister lived in Australia. She came over. My cousin
Mm,
came over from Kuwait, so everyone's here. So while
mm,
they are all here, we will always have some family gatherings, playing games,
mm.
lunch, do barbecue together.
That's
We doing.
lovely.
Today was actually a plan for the
Yeah.
beach.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we can't go ahead with the plan due to the weather. The
Oh, I
weather's not
see.
good today, even though it's summer.
Right.
I
Yeah.
think we would probably just catch up at someone's house again.
Yes, I see. So what temperature would it be today? What temperature is it right now
I
in Cape Town?
actually didn't check it. Let me just check quickly.
Yeah. Just
Two.
wondered. Yeah.
It's 20. No, actually, it's going to be 24. It's 20 at the moment. It's going to be 24. So it's not
Okay.
cold, but
Right.
there's clouds and wind. There's a little
I
bit of
see.
wind, and
Yeah.
the wind this time of the year is not the best. Yes,
Yes.
it's not the
Okay. So I saw on your profile that you like going camping, you like
oh,
hiking. Yeah. So would you say you're an outdoors person generally?
yes, I
Yeah.
am. In fact, my whole family is. My girls are
Mm.
too.
Oh, amazing.
Again, back to the weather. We didn't unfortunately go camping this year, mainly
Right.
because of my cousin's wedding. So the
Mhm.
wedding festivities, we are always within a week before the wedding. We always spend time together. We're always busy. People are coming to visit. The
Mm,
cousins my age, we're preparing for the visitors.
mm,
But then I can still go camping like this time around, but the wind is so bad. And it was in the news recently that the campers, their tents were blowing away. So
oh, mm.
I don't think I want to endure that.
Right.
But I
Yes.
do plan to go away soon, maybe even just go into like a hotel or something like that.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And it sounds great. So I had my nephew's wedding in London
Oh,
in September, and he's the first of the grandchildren to get married, and he's
oh,
just 24, so he's quite young for
yes.
a boy, a man. So, but yeah, it was lovely because I saw people that I grew up with that I hadn't seen for maybe like 15 years or 20 years
Oh
because
my
I moved
goodness.
away, and it was just lovely to have the reunion and the
Oh,
celebration. And yeah,
yes,
it was really
yes.
nice. I can imagine how it is for you to have weddings. So, what's like a typical wedding for you? What would happen in the wedding? What kind of food would you have? Yeah.
Yes, the wedding. The wedding it's a whole day event for us. We have a morning which is a breakfast. We would have like a cheese board spread with
Mm,
cheese, grapes.
mm,
We'd have like savories,
right.
and then we have like yogurts and like a breakfast, like a proper
Mm,
breakfast,
yeah.
or even an English breakfast with some eggs,
Mm,
sausage, those type of things. Then
yes.
we would have the lunch as well.
Mm,
First, the bride and groom would go home, get dressed. We'll have a lunch. So the
yeah.
lunch would be something like we'd have
Yeah.
grilled chicken,
Right.
meats, seafoods.
Amazing. Wow. So we have finished, Fazana. It was so lovely to talk to you. Thank you so
A
much for your
pleasure.
time. Yeah.
You're welcome. Thank you so much, Neetu. I
It's a
appreciate it.
pleasure. Yeah, and have a happy new year
You
and enjoy
too.
the
Thank you so
season.
much.
Yeah, and I
You
wish you all
too.
the best. Thank
You too.
you.
Take care.
You
Goodbye.
too. Take care. Bye bye.